So, hi everyone, today in this video we'll discuss the power of communication and mainly the power of communication in helping us to avoid one of the things that I would say that no one likes, that is arguments, having arguments with other ones. So we're working in trying to avoid these unnecessary type of arguments that we could face. First of all, we have to understand that if we're gonna argue is a behavior. As a behavior, it has any type of background of utility that we perceive it. That so gives us the energy enough to put so in practice these arguments that we have in our mind. So we have to understand that the arguments, they're not the problem, they're just the manifestation of the problem. And so neither all it is bad to have arguments, because arguments probably they put and they deliver for us, they put us able to get so our emotions over our bodies, and so try and put in being by being aware that we have a problem with the other one and the other one being aware of that, we get so a higher probability to solve the problem. But obviously, neither always arguments always gonna exist. We're gonna always have to interact with other ones towards so having some type of modulations for other ones changing, whether it's by remaining with us but changing the behaviors towards us, either because it creates so a partition and so people not gonna talk more, but they are useful. But what you have to understand is that we don't have to create a clash that is over exaggerated and doesn't contribute to the solve of the problems. But in reality, how I can define that the argument is useful or not, and if it's being useful for getting this argument. If it's solving a problem, but what's problem? It all is clear, and so that's why all this thing critically before going for arguments, you should say, well, I'm gonna argue argument for what? If I'm going to spend energy to do argument, what's the main thing that in reality I want to take from this argument? And then much more easy will say so, and much more we're gonna have to act with reasoning towards so the person, because we're not gonna discuss just to get the words and the feelings that I have going outside, even if it's something good, because it takes so the overload that we can get. It's as well something that is important because we want to solve the problem. It's what by solving the problem that we're not going to suffer with much more time spending by argument, being redundancy, because we never treat what in reality we want to take from the the main type of problem that is creating. Is like we want to treat the causes and not the symptoms. And how we think critically, you should use this framework. There is five whys. That's so I'm feeling bad. Why? Why I'm feeling bad? Well, seems like that I'm feeling bad because this thing happened to me. I discussion with these people. But why I feeling bad with these people? Why I feeling bad is because I discussion with these people. Why discussion with these people? Well, I discussion with these people because I didn't like something that he did. And why I didn't like something that he did? Well, because it's not something that I believe that someone should do, because it's not something that a good person will do with other friend. And why so? It's something that's not good and should not be good, because it's a belief that I have. See, so by this questioning, I have so understand why I'm bad. Because what? I gonna good and I'm going for the roots. I'm going for the root causes. And the root so understand that the thing that people have did is not something that I do not like. So I can work. I can work in changing my beliefs. Probably not. Some things are just bad. They cannot be done. So what I should work? Probably I should have the argument and not discussing that the thing is bad or not. I should discuss that these people in my position or in my point of view, it should not do the action that it did. So the argument has to be made towards changing and understanding why people have done it, because in our perception that's bad, and understand so why people have done what was the context, and so makes me not being the thing that's it's creating a bad side on me that is having in being bad, in bad mood, feeling bad. So framework is useful to understand your emotions and why you're almost going to start an argument is making this framework, 5 whys. In 5 whys, you solve and understand the majority of problems that you got. The only things that you have to do is interacting and now going for actions now that you have understand the action and the problem that you're facing. And so argument now can be more reasoning and you have objective in your mind. And when you're objective, you not divagate. No, you have a specific target. You're gonna look at. Now, obviously, for that specific problem that I've and this example that I used, why can be useful as well. Now that you have defined the target, now we define why you're feeling that way, why so you're gonna so argue with the people, you as well can be more prone to apply one thing that's important, that is active listening, because most of the times people tends to react bad towards other ones because sometimes they have misinformation in their minds and they don't get whole type of context, they not have like they have gaps in terms of empathy. And so if I have and understand so what I'm trying to seek for an environment of the argument, that in that case, specific case, is understanding why people did a bad thing that I didn't like and so make me bad, and I'm percent that I'm a friend with that. That's why I'm feeling bad because it's something as well that I don't like. It's something that a friend has done, so I will not like. Now, so I will understand that by applying root cause from my feelings that I'm getting, I as well can apply it in understanding and solving the problem. And normally the problems that we face with the relationships that we got, they always need, so when we're gonna try to fix them is applying always active listening, because we're gonna always to try other ones. Whatever is the problem is, when you don't like something, it's normally always gonna be a problem that I didn't understand, because if I was in the position of the person, I will not do it. And so if I apply active listening, helps me to understand better the position of the people and probably increase so the empathy towards it, and probably so doesn't feel so much frustrated because now I understand better the person. It's a thing that the being logical and thinking critically helps you to go and have a argument with the people that's more logical, because you have a goal. By having a goal, you're not just gonna spite words and offend people, you're gonna more focus in a outcome that is fix the relationship and not offend the other one, because normally when we don't have and we don't think critically, we whack more with our emotional brain and just we sometimes we just want to, our work is not to fix when not think critically, more our work is trying so to feel bad by making feeling good, so to reverse the feeling bad, the bad feelings that I've got, I want to try to reverse it by working and trying to do bad things for the other one, for the other one feel as well bad. That's normally why the things doesn't get fixed over the time. If I think critically, root causes helps me to not enter in this loop and helps me as well to work and having a goal. I will apply active listening. That's something that's really critically to understand the other part, and so always not just feeling and getting right of the majority of things that makes me feel bad, that's feeling frustrated that the other ones have done something that I will not. Active listening helps me to have more empathy and helps me to solve the problem, because I'm going to get more information to reorganize my mind, and so doesn't generating the bad anger and type of emotion that makes me have actions toward the people that can offend them. And so that's why it's really important to, as a basis, being thinking critically, applying the framework 5 whys. This requires as well other thing that's important, that is active listening, that makes people have more ability to manage the attractions that they got from their natural relationships that everyone has. So this obviously requires to active listening is one of the tools that is included in the general type of interaction that we have toward other people to fix so the problem. Other thing that people suffer with feedback, not just like the ratio, the balance between listening and talking. Normally when you think critically, you listen more and talk less. In the opposite, we do the when you're in under state, emotional state, we tend towards more in spiting and getting right of the things that have accumulated on me. Other thing that helps when I'm more thinking more critically. I choose the words wisely, the interactions, the gestures, less probability of beat their asses exists when I think more critical as well. So more being more friendly is as well something that we perceive better, and so we tend to feel more empathy if the other ones are not trying to offend me, and so are more like the selection of the words are more wisely. They tend to listen more. They feel that they like trying to understand me. It's something that everyone does like. Is they're trying to play emotion, paying attention for what I say. And this always comes, the even thinking critically, it comes with the basal ability to regulate our emotions, to put us in this state that when we're thinking critically, we dive better, we surf the wave better. And to regulate your emotions, it requires you to have ability to manage and understand what are like the signs of certain emotions that your brain is regulating. We have a video in this channel that you have to seek that helps so to understand how to be better in the self-awareness of of the emotional state that you are, and this self-awareness normally you can get by natural type of characteristics that your body is when it's in certain type of emotion. When you're stressed, you tend to feel more you cannot like be quiet, you cannot be you start feeling your fingers being more cold, your heart rate increases. Ability to have emotional intelligence requires you to get knowledge as well and not just think critically. And so I hope this helps you to be more to have more reasoning in your life. And reasoning is well something that is not just for intellectual type of activities, is as well to perform better in our relationships. So see you in the next one.